Rounding out the starting lineup for the Tina-Avalon Lady Dragons is senior number 40, Elizabeth Runkles.
All right, then. Well, it's going to be a Runkles heavy night. You had one in the starting lineup for the Lady Dragons. I've got two of them in the starting lineup and another one on the bench for the Lady Wildcats here from Southwest Livingston. Again, head coach Julie Bothwell. Their starters, freshman guard number 11, Haley Johnson, joining the starting lineup by another freshman, number 20, Haley Cheney. A sophomore, experienced player, Maritza Chavez. She's a good one, too. She wears the number 22. She's a sophomore, or a sophomore, whichever you prefer. I kind of did the hybrid mix there. Just thought I'd maybe throw things off a little bit. Of course, the one player that's going to garner a ton of attention, no matter what's going on, the senior, number 25, Sydney Runkles. She'll play one of the forward spots. And Riley Runkles, freshman number 32, will play that other forward spot. And that's the lineup again for the Southwest Livingston County Lady Wildcats. Looks like it's going to be Sydney Runkles for the Lady Wildcats. She'll jump it up against Jenna Homer for the Dragons. Nathan and I'll see if we can get back in a little groove here. Haven't called a game together in quite some times. They say it's like riding a bike or something, buddy.
Yeah, well, it better be an awful big bike these days.
Bicycle built for 9 for us, no question about it. About ready to get things started here. Here comes the tip from the home of the Lady Wildcats. Big night here, pink out night. We'll be talking with some folks later on in the broadcast. Tip control by the Lady Wildcats. Chavez with it into the lane, tries to cross the lane, taken out of there. It's a turnover. Now the Lady Wildcats with the back shot up from the right block. That one up and in. Sydney Runkles draws first blood. 2-0 Southwest Livingston.
At the time, Avalon Lady Dragons have trouble with the press right away. They turn it back over.
Runkles gives it off to Chavez between the wheels. She'll call out a play, goes right wing with it. Right wing back top of the circle is the ball in the hands of Johnson. Chavez, little 16-footer, rattles in and out, no good. Runkles the rebound, fouled on the putback attempt. She'll go to the stripe to shoot a pair.
Well, I know it's early on, but if the Lady Dragons don't start hitting that glass a little bit better and getting after those loose balls, I know this Lady Wildcat team will definitely take advantage of that.
Well, I know this much. Their head coach could probably motivate them to do just about anything. That's a big gentleman down there on the Lady Dragons sidelines, Nick Larson. What's he go, about 6'7"?
Yeah, I'd say about 6'6" probably, and 240, 250, and she nailed them both, did Sydney Runkles there. It'll be Lady Dragon basketball, and they'll face this full court pressure. With it in the middle is Homer. She gets it ahead. And a nice pass, but knocked away, well defended there by the Lady Wildcats as McCracken tried to get it ahead to Garber. Didn't get in there. They inbound it to Homer, and she comes up empty.
Chavez gets it. She tries a little pass into the lane to Runkles. It's kicked out of there by the Lady Dragons into the backcourt. Probably should have been a kicking call right there, but they retrieve it in the backcourt. Johnson now goes right wing with it to Cheney. Cheney down into the corner, back to Runkles, about mid-block. She takes a shot and misses it. One rebound and a putback, no good. We're going to have a held ball. That one going to go the way of the Lady Wildcats on the alternating possession. Chavez to trigger it. Actually, it's going to be Lady Dragon basketball, they tell us. They need to make up our mind.
Tried to sneak one in there, did the Lady Wildcats. They'll say, we'll take it if you give it to us. And they get it up ahead to Homer. Homer finds McCracken on the left wing. She'll dribble it out top of the key, resets things. They'll face this zone defense by the Lady Wildcats. Onto the right wing, it comes for Garber. Garber surveys the defense from there, dumps it inside. She's going to be whistled for a 5-second call.
5-second call. I thought we might have a 3-second call actually prior to that. That's a rough one. And the Lady Dragons, they need to get a little something going here before they really find themselves behind the 8-ball. Ball right wing, now far corner. Runkles shot from there. Too hard, back iron. Comes out, ends up in the hands of McCracken, I think, came out of there with it, didn't she?
Yes, I believe so. But here, right back come the Lady Wildcats after some good defense. There's a block by Homer.
Homer with the swat. McCracken, pass over the top. A little too strong for Garber, out of bounds.
Well, it sailed out of bounds, but boy, they got down the floor to her. That was Courtney Brown who's checked into the ball game.
That's going to be number 50, Courtney Brown. Thank you, sir, for catching me up there. Bears a little resemblance to Ashley McCracken out there on the court, no question about it. Lady Wildcats with it. Pass intended for Chavez into the backcourt. Over and back call. They'll turn it over, and now the Lady Dragons need to get into a half-court set here, get a good shot, and get a little confidence going, I'd say.
Yeah, they trail it 4-0 here early on. New Southwest Lady Wildcats out in front here, and they've been able to, or unable, I should say, to muster any kind of offensive pattern or plays at all. There they find McCracken on the right wing, and
it was a good look. She just a little bit off on it.
She was a little bit off, and maybe, I wouldn't call it jitters. They've got a couple of games under their belts, both squads. So
they played good. They played Carrollton to I think an overtime game. If not, it was a really close game. That one poked out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Dragons as Jenna Homer comes all the way from the low block out there to almost get that pass.
They're showing that athleticism there, Rod.
No question. Ball inbounded as Johnson stops at the right elbow, kicks it to Chavez right side. Three-pointer on the way, Johnson. Backboard too strong. Homer with the rebound.
Homer yanks it down and quickly finds guard McCracken. She's going to be harangued down front here. Now she's up between the circles and find Garber on the right wing for three. No good, but there's Homer right underneath and tries to get back out, stolen by Chavez.
Nice rebound, she throws it away. Chavez stops, pops off the glass, no good. Rebound, Kelsey Garber. They got her surrounded, she's got to get dribbled out of there. She does so. It's going to be a blocking foul, I believe, on the Lady Wildcats. Let's see who they get for it. They're going to say number 32, which is Riley Runkles, the freshman. She picks up her first team foul as well.
So it'll be Lady Dragon basketball here into the hands of Garber. Garber kind of dribbles it off her thigh and has to pick it up. And she'll regain her dribble up ahead to Homer. Now to McCracken, left wing, looks inside. Now double team, back out front. It comes then to Brown. Brown, McCracken, they whip it around the outside to Garber, right wing. Looks inside to Homer, and it's not there, and it's going to go off the hands of the Lady Wildcats. I think it went off of Riley Runkles.
Well, Chavez showed her speed, really recovered defensively. Garber was open for a three. Into Homer it comes. No good. Chavez with the rebound. Well, I was going to say, they're not going to give Kelsey Garber many open looks from out there. She can rain the threes on him, and if they give him the opportunity, she could hurt him and claw back into this one. Southwest kind of a little standstill here scoring. Chavez loses it momentarily. Johnson ends up with it. Now that shot too strong by Cheney. A little air ball from about 8 feet. Rebound comes down to Lacey Rucker.
Rucker, now she'll spin away with it. Up ahead, ahead of the pack and up and in. First bucket, it's 4-2. First bucket for the Tina-Avalon Lady Dragons.
She made a nice steal, got rewarded with the bucket at the other end. 4-2, like Nathan said. Dribbling it back out, center court. That little shot, 15, Chavez, short of the mark. Rebound, then a big long lead pass to Garber.
Garber picks it up, that lead pass from McCracken, and the layup no good, and back come the Southwest Lady Wildcats.
I'm getting tired just watching it. Johnson into the front court with it. Pass down into the corner. Then a traveling violation going to be called against Sydney Runkles, and you're not going to see that call against her very many times.
Yeah, usually not, but sometimes that's one of those calls that just absolutely drives me crazy because sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. They call
Certain guys love to call it.
And
we won't mention names.
Apparently, that is one of the times they will call it. There's a shot from about 8 feet off the glass, no good.
That's Kylan Kinsella into the game now. Missed a little left-hander, but had a good look at it, and she'll go to the free throw line now with a chance to tie it up. 4-2, Southwest leads it. 3:34 to go, opening period.
Well, they get Haley Cheney on the foul. Got a little body contact there. Kinsella's first free throw rims out, no good. It's still 4-2. 3:34 to go here in this opening period, Rod, just flying right along.
It certainly is. And I tell you what, it seems like we've almost done this together before.
Once or twice.
Once or twice or a few hundred. Kinsella, like Nathan said, misses the first.
Second one up and on the way, and it splashes home. It's 4-3.
4-3, Tina-Avalon going to scurry back to the other end on defense. Chavez brings it across half court. Near side it goes. Going to be kicked by the Lady Wildcats, they say. Now the first opportunity in this game for the Lady Dragons to take the lead. I say we'll see a timeout coming here pretty quickly, especially if they do take the lead.
Garber checks back into the game. She got spelled there by Kinsella. Kinsella did a good job of giving her a little bit of a breather. McCracken with the basketball. She'll dribble through a little bit of traffic, tries to get it up ahead to Homer. Homer has it go off of her palms and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Wildcat basketball.
Chavez inbounds, and no pressure shown again by the Lady Dragons. That pass goes right side to Ellie Shirley now in the game. Sydney Shirley, I believe, out for the year, a talented player for him, but she's been hurt. That is Ellie Shirley. Chavez dribbles it out of trouble. Back out between the circles. Hands off Shirley. She looks for Johnson before she gets rid of the pass, though. Shuffles the feet, travels with it. Turnover. Lady Dragon basketball. They trail it by 1, 3 minutes to go in the first.
Garber with the basketball up ahead to Homer. They break the pressure this time, and McCracken with it to Garber, right wing. She'll fire the three. Off the back of the iron, no good. And Brown with it. Her shot from about 12, no good.
Weak side rebound comes off to Ellie Shirley. Racing to the other end. Racing a little too quickly as it's stolen away by McCracken.
McCracken then finds Brown. Got in a little bit of trouble. Brown will go ahead and take off with it and ends up in the hand. She lobs a little lollipop pass to Garber. Garber fouled on her way to the rack. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws here. She got hammered, got her money's worth.
Pretty strong to the hole, kind of a little, started floating from about 9 feet out and got there and got a pretty good shot up.
Well, I've been watching the past couple of years, and the thing that strikes me most, this is obviously the first time I've had an opportunity to see these girls play. Garber hits the first, is how much stronger Kelsey Garber has gotten over the past year.
Her level of play stronger and just strength as well. First lead of the night as she hits them both. Mr. Garber, retired superintendent now at Tina-Avalon. His daughter, he's here taking in the game this evening. Jana Holzer, the new superintendent. A little scrum on the floor, and I'm not sure what they called.
I think they're going to get McCracken with a foul there. We'll see. Nope, 11. Nope, he means 13.
Again, somebody make up my mind. I believe Mr. Larson asking for an explanation, and he gets about whatever he wants, I think.
I sit corrected, as it were, as they're going to call that on Southwest. They're going to get Haley Johnson with the foul there. It'll be green basketball. So McCracken with it now, top of the key. They'll get a chance to set their offense. Brown on the left wing. Way outside, looking inside for some help in there. Finds it back out to McCracken for three. Nope, on the line, foot on the line. It's a two.
Definitely about 6 inches in front, but a nice shot by McCracken, and the Lady Dragons have taken a 3-point lead. Now turned over as they get it into the front court off the hands of Ellie Shirley and out of bounds. Checking back in now for the Lady Wildcats, or checking in for the first time, Whitney Runkles. So all the Runkles have now hit the court here this evening, and let's just hope they don't do it at the same time.
That's right, we'll have problems. There's a wild errant pass by McCracken well over the head of Jenna Homer, and that takes some doing.
I was going to say, that's hard to do. Quit stealing my thunder, man. We got a habit of doing that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
That's the whole great minds think alike thing, allegedly. Dribble around between the circles. Now down into the far corner, that goes to Haley Johnson. That would take it away. Garber headed to the other end. I don't think they'll catch up with her. Off the glass, it's good.
Well, Kelsey Garber with 4 points now. That equals the total for the Southwest Lady Wildcats.
They scored those inside the opening minute, haven't scored since. To me, it's time to talk things over. I would take it away. McCracken has it.
Up ahead to Garber. Garber fouled as she goes to the hole, and she'll go to the line, shoot a pair more free throws. And that's going to be on Sydney Runkles. That may be 2 on her.
Timeout. I was expecting Coach Bothwell to come with one. She does. She wants to talk things over with their squad. Southwest trails by 5. Tina-Avalon seized a 5-point lead here. 1:25 to go, opening period. We're going to take a little timeout. Back with more right after this here on Wave TV. 1 minute. We can do it. Give all the time to. Hey, we're back here, the home of the Lady Wildcats, or the home of the Wildcats. At the line, Kelsey Garber. A chance to extend the lead for Tina-Avalon.
And the first one up, it splashes home. She's 3 for 3 now from the line. There's the old broadcaster's jinx for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Mr. Garber will come over here and slap you around a little bit. Into the game now for Tina-Avalon is Logan Petum, I believe is how it's pronounced.
I believe you're correct.
Garber now with 6 points as she hits the second, and she's so good you can't even jinx her.
That is good. 11-4 now with 1:20 to go, opening period.
Johnson, ball off to Whitney Runkles, stolen away by McCracken.
There she goes, streaming up the left side. Her layup no good. Chavez right on the spot with the rebound.
Nice little weak side rebound from Maritza Chavez. She'll head to the left side, pull up from 16. That shot blocked. I believe McCracken got a piece of it.
Yes, she did. McCracken flying all over the floor on the defensive end.
She's so blessed with height, she blocks a lot of those shots.
Garber takes the inbounds and right away gets it to Homer. They work it up ahead. It goes to Beadham, who's just checked into the game. She missed the layup.
Runkles with the rebound. That's Sydney. Heads to the other end. Boy, what a nice little head fake. Pulls up from 14. Short of the mark. Rebound, Garber.
Garber's been all over the boards, too. She's got 3 so far. Up ahead to Homer, who beat everybody down the floor for 2 more.
Bill Chippy right there for Jenna Homer.
She'll take it.
I believe she was cherry picking a little bit there. Nothing wrong with that. I don't blame her. Chavez down to the corner. Shot from there. Way too strong by Haley Johnson. Another easy shot. McCracken off the glass. It drops.
Wow, the lady.
Who made that pass?
Yeah, that was Brown that made the pass up ahead.
It was a nice one.
It was a very nice pass. See McCracken out in front of everybody. There's a shot from outside. It's good.
3-point field goal right there. That one hit by Whitney Runkles. That is what the Lady Wildcats needed. 15-7 now at the end of one. The Lady Wildcats, an 8-point deficit they face. Tina-Avalon smoking hot there in that second half of the first quarter. 15-7, Tina-Avalon back with more in 1 minute here on Wave TV. We're back here on Wave TV. 8 minutes back on the clock. An 8-point lead for the Lady Dragons, the visitors from Tina-Avalon. And I tell you what, at this point, I look for the star. There's no other way to describe her. Sydney Runkles. I start feeding the ball to her at every opportunity. Let her do a little creating on her own at this point.
Yeah, they need to do something. They got that big 3 there at the end of the first quarter, or otherwise it would have been an otherwise completely ugly first quarter.
Johnson passes the ball over to Cheney on the right side. She dribbles out near the free throw line. Off to Runkles. Runkles to the rack. Left hand. It's good. Almost like they heard me.
Well, I tell you what, they need more of that as McCracken will bring it up the right side, picks up her dribble, and then promptly throws it away.
15-9 Southwest. They have the basketball. They trail by 6. Runkles, absolutely lost Garber there. Pulls up, shot won't drop. Weak side rebound to McCracken.
McCracken corrals it, but she's going to be trapped. She's in trouble, and we got a timeout.
And a good timeout at that. That called for by Coach Nick Larson. Every possession meaning something. It's a 6-point lead for the Tina-Avalon Lady Dragons. 7:25 to go, second period. Back with more in a half minute here on Wave TV. We're back here on Wave TV. Avalon has it stolen away momentarily, then a tie-up. This one got to go the way of the Lady Dragons. I waited a lot longer until I said that time.
Well, I think they made up their minds a little bit faster that time as they'll have the basketball with the Lady Dragons. Brown to inbound. Looking for some help. Garber double teamed, but Brown able to get it to her anyway. Garber left-hand dribble, now spinning. Top of the key, finds McCracken. Finds a little help, McCracken. Out towards midcourt, now right side for Garber. Garber With Chavez right in front of her. Down onto the baseline for McCracken. Back out to Garber. McCracken from the corner for three. Knocks it home. Ashley McCracken.
McCracken, a talented player. Been playing a long time for the Lady Dragons. That gives her 7 now. Traveling violation. That one whistled against Haley Cheney as the Lady Wildcats turn it over, and they've been plagued by the turnover here in this first half so far.
They have early on, and Cheney just almost looked like she forgot to put it on the deck before she took off, and she gets whistled for it. McCracken tries to force one up ahead to Garber, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Lady Wildcats.
Chavez, some good solid defense, and I'll tell you what, a head coaching change. The brand of defense, though, has not changed for the Lady Wildcats. They're going to pressure you. They're going to pressure you all night.
McCracken, right wing, looks inside for Homer, and stolen away by Runkles.
She blazes past a couple defenders. Little layup off the glass, rolls almost in, then off the other side. McCracken now has it.
McCracken in some trouble. Has it stolen away by Johnson.
She got trapped in the corner, stolen away by Johnson. Like Nathan said, that we're going to have a foul. That one going to go against the Lady Dragons. Number 13, Ashley McCracken. McCracken picks up her first, triggering the inbound. Baseline left is Maritza Chavez. Smacks the ball, gets it in. Out top it comes to Runkles. Goes right, goes to Chavez in the corner. 12-footer good. Maritza Chavez.
Well, she definitely looked comfortable from there. There's a steal by Chavez. And up and in.
Goes left hand with that one. 4 points. All of them came in the last 3 seconds.
That's right. She able to make a steal. Now another steal by Chavez to Runkles.
Runkles, a nice block, a nice pass, a nice block by Homer though. Chavez with it. Finds Runkles. Looking down low. Tried to thread the needle a little too much that time.
Now Chavez almost with another steal. McCracken with it. And McCracken's going to be whistled for a travel.
Either that or a false start.
Well, I'm out of football mode.
I love to say that joke, though. It's one of my favorites. Into the game for Tina-Avalon comes Lacey Rucker checking back in. Back in for the Lady Wildcats is going to be number 13, Whitney Runkles. Chavez triggering the inbound, gets it in. Cheney with it. Back to Chavez. Skip pass over to the right wing, almost a little bit strong. Whitney Runkles flags it down. Then we're going to have another foul on Ashley McCracken. Seemed a little frustrated there when she picked that one up.
Well, and that's her last two well, that makes 2 on her, and both of them were frustration fouls. That one there from the traveling violation that she got whistled for, and the other one from having the balls stolen away from her.
Kylan Kinsella now checks in for her. Runkles, three-pointer, about 4 feet too strong.
Oh, she had plenty on it.
Yes, she did. That was good from NBA range. Had she had that much room, I'm not sure there was enough room in the corner to take one of that length.
Right.
Had the opportunity to interview her for the Wildcat Coaches Show the other day right here in the gymnasium. And a very nice young lady and handled herself well. Lady Wildcats got to get whistled for a travel. I'm not so sure I concur right there.
Well, I don't know, awful tough.
Not that it matters, but
they'll turn it back over to the Lady Dragons here. The Lady Dragons are really struggling now to hold on to the basketball. They'd
like to have that settling presence of the senior McCracken in there. Plus, she's their hottest offensive player right now. She just picked up those 2 quick fouls, though.
Garber to Brown now, top of the key. Brown looks inside, finds a little help, nothing there. Now a little miscommunication, they throw it away. Johnson with a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yes, a 31-foot triple jump right there. I believe Coach Larson may be lobbying for a travel call. He might have been right there. But I know this much, she really showed some speed to get up there and take that ball away, did Whitney Runkles. That shot by Whitney Runkles. Far corner, about 16, 17 feet, good for 2.
Now
Runkles gets the Lady Wildcats back within 3.
And there's another steal by the Lady Wildcats.
That was Whitney Runkles again. Shot no good, though, and rebound controlled by number 50 for Tina-Avalon, which is Brown, Courtney Brown.
Well, they got Whitney Runkles there on the foul, as well as both Sydney and Whitney Runkles really giving them fits on the with this pressure, along with Chavez is proving a little too much.
Courtney Brown checks back out for Tina-Avalon. Back into the game is Logan Peetham, and over on the far side of the floor near the crowd. It's a ball that goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, there's more of that pressure there. Sydney Runkles kind of playing center field here on this with this pressure.
Chavez's quickness and toughness defensively creates a turnover right there.
Really giving them a bad time. I mean, it's 18-15. Tina leads it, but boy, they've only gotten 3 points here so far in this second quarter.
Cheney with it. Chavez fires up a three from the far corner. Hits the front of the rim, then off the back of the rim, and comes down into the hands of Lacey Rucker.
And then thrown away there by Logan Petum, and timeout called by Coach Larson.
Coach Larson wants to talk it over. The lead was about 9 not all that long ago. It's a 3-point lead now for Tina-Avalon. 4:34 to go, second period. Back with more right after this in a half minute here on Wave TV. Okay. She didn't have one? Hey, I got a text here, so be ready to come back whenever he points at you.
Welcome back to the home of the Wildcats here, Southwest Livingston High School. It'll be Tina-Avalon Lady Dragon basketball. They'll have it here coming out of a timeout. They've had a really rough go with the pressure. They do once again, and we've got a jump ball is going to be the call as Jenna Homer goes to the deck with a pair of Lady Wildcats, and on the jump ball it's going to be Tina-Avalon basketball. Left side it goes for Petum. Petum back top of the key for Garber. Garber right side for Kinsella. Kinsella picks up her dribble, tries to find Garber. Taken away by Runkles. Sydney Runkles screaming up the left side. She'll take it all the way to the rack. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Fouled by Kinsella. Kylan Kinsella getting some playing time here due to some foul trouble for the Lady Dragons. McCracken on the bench with 2 fouls. Sydney Runkles misses the front end of the pair. Al McCracken and Courtney Brown checking back into the ball game, the seniors. 18-15 our score. Tina-Avalon leading Southwest.
Runkles ready for her second now. On the way, and that one good. Good looking stroke there. Now gives her 7 points in the game. Draws the Lady Wildcats back within 2.
Inbound pass comes to Garber. Garber puts it on the deck, now picks it up, harassed by Chavez. Up ahead it goes, off the hands of Homer, and into the hands it goes of the Lady Wildcats.
Cheney with it, brings it across half court. Finds Runkles between the circles, fires up a 3, well short of the mark, and didn't really gather herself before she put that one up. Had plenty of time. A rare mistake by the senior.
Yeah, she was just a little impatient there. She could have gathered herself, like you said, Rod. Here comes McCracken through the pressure. She'll go all the way to the rack. Scoop shot up. No good.
Got a little unlucky right there. She did a nice job of getting herself open for a good clean look from about point-blank range. Just shot it a little too hard. Chavez with it. Dribbling out near the circle now is Cheney. Near side it comes. Chavez looks inside. Runkles, little baby hook. It's good. That's a pretty shot.
A la Magic Johnson with the baby hook. There goes McCracken.
Who hit that?
Curly McNeil.
That was Runkles that hit that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
Get me second guessing myself, man. 18-18. We're right where we started. Apparently, we've wasted the last 12 minutes or so.
Yes.
Inbounding right in front of the scorer's table, Whitney Runkles gets it in to Chavez. Chavez fans right. Gets it back now near the right hash. Into the lane. Shot. They're going to try to fire it up over Homer. Instead, it gets a nice pass to Sydney Runkles. Runkles puts it in from about 5 feet out.
McCracken now trying to handle this pressure single-handedly and loses the control of it. Guess who?
Sydney Runkles, the steal, can't hit it. Rebound comes down to Chavez. She can't get it either. She is fouled on the attempt. A chance now to extend the lead for the Lady Wildcats from Southwest. We didn't think we were going to be able to say that probably just a few minutes ago, but they have came storming back on the shoulders of the senior Sydney Runkles, who has 7 points in the quarter and 11 here in the game. Chavez able to can the first one. 5 points in the quarter for her.
Well, Chavez and Runkles have really done this, not just point-wise, but defensive pressure-wise. They've really done a number on the backcourt of the Lady Dragons.
Chavez has stepped her game up offensively considerably this year. Garber into the front court.
She gets it into Homer. Homer dumps it back out to Garber for three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound down to Chavez, but she's tied up. That was a good job by Brown right there to stick her mitts in there and grab that one.
To get the tie up, but I'll tell you what, Maritza Chavez, a very athletic young lady. I don't think she's going to take it away from Courtney Brown, though.
Probably not. Brown will trigger here. Looking inside to Homer. Homer leaps, unable to come down with it. Johnson with it.
Nice little pass. Chavez all the way to the rim. It's good. Maritza Chavez, now 8 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Southwest leads it by 6.
McCracken dribbling through traffic, loses it. Homer grabs a hold of it, grabs the loose ball. Now Garber, the screen from McCracken. Now Garber out front. She'll slow it down. 2:15 to go here in the first half. It's 24-18. The Lady Wildcats, as you mentioned, Rod, come storming back here. They keep trying to force it into Homer. There's going to be a foul. That foul's going to go on Lacey Rucker.
She got tied up with Sydney Runkles, and Runkles a little face plant and didn't get her arms down or anything. Was a sportsmanlike gesture by Lacey Rucker to help her up off the deck, though, and Runkles going to go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1.
That's 3 on Lacey Rucker.
3 on Rucker, and Runkles gets a little chance to gather herself. That was a pretty tough spill she took down there. 2:03 to go, 6-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. Make it 7 now as Runkles hits that one. Gives her now 8 in the quarter. Southwest out in front by 7. Make it 8. Runkles showing why she's one of the preeminent players in the area.
McCracken takes the inbound. Now Chavez harassing her along with Johnson out front. Forces the tie up. It's going to be Southwest basketball.
They tied up McCracken. Chavez and Haley Johnson, a nice job of teaming up there to get the basketball away. And it comes to Chavez. Chavez heads to the right side with it. Finds Cheney. That's outside the right block. It went to Runkles. And Homer almost had to steal it. Shot goes up, and then we have a tie-up on the rebound, and that one's going to go with the Lady Dragons. I know they alternate, but it seems like they're getting all of them.
Brown will trigger the inbound. Here's the Lady Wildcats will continue their pressure.
At this point, the Lady Dragons need to hit a couple shots before going into the half. They let it. McCracken fires the 3.
That's no good. Long off the rebound, but the Lady Dragons end up with it. Garber drives to the rack, no good. Follow, no good. Next follow is good.
She's padding the rebounding stats. Hurting the shooting stats, but padding the rebounding stats.
What, I tell you what, they've done a great job on her here in the second quarter as Garber had 6 in the opening period, but that her first bucket here in the second frame.
Got the old hoop and a harm there, buddy.
Oh, ain't heard that in a while.
You might feel fortunate because of that. Misses the free throw, though, does Garber. Here come the Lady Wildcats. They lead it by 6. That was a big bucket, though. Runkles fouled on her shot attempt. That'll go against Garber.
I got her just kind of a cheapie there on Garber. She went over her back to block that shot.
They were stuck on 18 for a long time, though. The Lady Dragons were, and able to get that bucket. A 6-point lead.
Well, much like that big 3 at the end of the first quarter by Whitney Runkles. That last bucket by Garber kind of to try and stop the bleeding.
10 in the quarter for Sydney Runkles. 14 and a half, make it 15 now as she hits that one. Makes it 28-20.
Garber now right-hand dribble up ahead to Jenna Homer. Now they fight it. They break the pressure nicely. And McCracken with a bucket. The old hoop and a harm back-to-back trips down the floor.
Good strong to the rim right there for McCracken with her offhand, and shows that she's worked a lot that way and able to finish with it. A lot of girls will go that way. Not all of them able to finish with the offhand.
That's something I think, Rod, last year that she wouldn't have been able to do. Quite honestly.
She gets it. Gives her now 9 in the first half. She's had a very nice half. Probably would have had a whole lot more had she not gotten in foul trouble. Misses the free throw, though. Rebound off to Sydney Runkles. Johnson with it. Chavez. Little pass intended for one player. Ends up with Sydney Runkles. She'll get the assist, will Chavez. The bucket to Sydney Runkles.
Here comes McCracken. Breaks the pressure but throws it away. That's the second time she's gotten a little excited with her passing and overshot Jenna Homer.
That's hard to do, like we said. But they're amped up. They're out here playing hard. Very spirited game by both these teams. Wouldn't expect anything less. Sydney Runkles needs to quit scoring here in the second quarter. I'm running out of room on that in my second quarter stat sheet. Oh, she heard me. Misses that shot on the floor. Chavez getting down there after it, along with Cheney, and for the Lady Dragons, Logan Peetham.
Getting down on the floor and getting after the basketball. Southwest will get it on the alternating possession.
Chavez going to trigger it. Left baseline. In it comes to Sydney Runkles. Why not?
Boy, I tell you what, McCracken took a swat at that, knocked it out of bounds, and with 2 fouls on you already, you don't want to take that chance with 34 seconds to go in the half.
Chavez gets it into the left elbow to Cheney. She gets it off Johnson. Her 3 on the way. Off the mark, a little bit off to the left. Long rebound, comes out to McCracken.
Up ahead to Garber. Garber with it. Right hand, nice, up and in. They needed that one, another bucket for Garber.
30-24, 18 seconds to go in the half. I figure they will hold it for the last shot here. I'm oftentimes wrong. I'm sure Coach Bothwell will want them to. Johnson finds a teammate at the free throw line. Cheney takes it from about 15. Rebound out to Homer. Stolen away by Chavez. Chavez pops his shot, has her shot blocked by Homer. That's how her first half's going to end. 30-24, Lady Wildcats holding serve at home. They lead it by 6. We'll probably talk to a couple folks during halftime. Also pay some homage to our sponsors as well. Jim Bly here doing the production duties, doing a nice job this evening. A 6-point lead for the Lady Wildcats at home here on the Pink Out night at Southwest High School. Nathan and I are going to get the scoring together. Maybe get our thoughts together if that's possible to do such a thing. We'll come back after that and talk a little bit about it. We'll do that all right here on Wave TV. Welcome back here on Wave TV. I understand we've had a few technical issues, but Jim Bly working his tail end off, trying to get those things corrected. 30-24 at the half, just about ready to start a half number 2. Here's what the scoring looked like for these teams. As for the Lady Wildcats, 17 for Sydney Runkles, 8 for Maritza Chavez, 5 points for Whitney Runkles. Tina-Avalon led by Kelsey Garber with 10 points. 9 for Ashley McCracken, 2 apiece for Jenna Homer and Lacey Rucker. That pass for Homer. A nice pass. She's able to finish right at the rim. Homer, her 4 points for her now. Into the front court it comes. Lady Wildcats. Haley Johnson dribbles over top of the circle. Her pass taken away by McCracken. 30-26. Southwest out in front. Tina-Avalon with the basketball. That one poked away. Runkles ends up with it. Little 3-on-2 break. Leaves it for Chavez. Her shot from the left block. It's good. The assist to Sydney Runkles. The bucket by Maritza Chavez puts her in double figures with 10 points. Puts Southwest out in front by 6. And that foul going to be on Sydney Runkles. Runkles going to pick up her third. 7:19 to go in the third. We might see her maybe set a spell. Inbound comes in to McCracken. She's tripped up on the floor and tied up by Maritza Chavez. This time it's going to be Lady Wildcat basketball. They'll inbound on the far sideline. Johnson with the inbound duties. She tosses into Chavez, who finds Runkles in the far corner. She dribbles out past the arc, out past the left elbow. Her shot no good from there. Courtney Brown with the rebound. She is fouled as 3 Lady Wildcats heard her surrounded. Let's see who they get for it. That one going to go against Lacey Rucker, her third. Second team foul. Actually, that foul going to go on Haley Cheney, make that. Wrong, number 20. That one taken away by Chavez. Chavez pulls up from the right block. She's fouled on that shot attempt. That'll go against Brown. 6:57 to go in the third. Nathan Steedley, he's the man. He brought me a soda back. Did you get lost out there or something, dog?
Well, it is crowded here tonight.
All right. Either that means you had a hard time getting through, or because, you're a radio star and things, people had to talk to you, or a little bit of both.
Well, I hurried as fast as I can, and you know how I hurry.
Yeah, the same way you drive, really slow. That one. Second free throw good by Marissa Chavez. Extends the Southwest lead to 7.
They'll have the basketball, will the Lady Dragons. Up ahead to McCracken. She loses the handle on it. Now to Homer. Homer, they're flirting with an over and back there. I don't know how they avoided that, but they did. Garber with a running one-hander, no good.
Thought they were playing a little hot potato there for a minute. Runkles, nice pass across the lane. Shot blocked. Johnson's shot blocked. I tell you what, running the floor, their forward, Sydney Runkles, made a beautiful pass across the lane to Johnson. Maybe ill-advised, probably best off just taking it to the hole.
I've got Homer down for 5 blocks here tonight, and Rod, I'm telling you, she's done that and little to no foul problems at all.
I'm glad somebody's keeping track of it. Had a traveling violation whistled against the Lady Dragons. They need to stop here defensively. They don't want to let the Lady Wildcats get out near double digits. Comes into Runkles. Jumps, passes. The shot from the left elbow, no good. Runkles there for the rebound, the putback. I guarantee she's probably got close to double figures in boards, and she now has 19 points. Does Sydney Runkles.
And there's another steal by the Lady Wildcats. This time it's Johnson.
Johnson, pass off to Whitney Runkles. Her shot no good, short of the mark. Chavez with the rebound. Her shot, or her pass rather. Johnson with it, right wing. Chavez gets it back. Shot from 16. Long rebound, weak side, comes off to Sydney Runkles. They find Chavez again. They'll reset now with the Lady Wildcats. Fanning left, Maritza Chavez into the corner. It goes to Whitney Runkles. Pass intended for Cheney inside. Taken away. A nice steal by Lacey Rucker.
And there it's booted out of bounds. Chavez almost had her another steal right there, but it goes off of her ankle and out of bounds. It'll be Lady Dragon basketball. Brown inbounds to Garber. Garber's going to be nicked on the forearm there by
Whitney Runkles. Good hustle there. A little bit of a cheap foul she picked up, though, but trying to make something happen.
Brown inbounds to Garber. Garber onto the deck it goes. There's a whistle and a foul going to be called on number 11.
You know this official here, is that, I believe that's Mr. Snarr, isn't it, over here on this side?
I think so.
He called that foul from about 75 feet away.
Eagle eye, they call it.
Probably the right call, but it was from a long ways away.
McCracken over on the right side to Garber. Top of the key then for Brown. Back to Garber, right side. Gets a screen from Homer. Homer follows through. Nothing there. McCracken will dribble through traffic. Fires it up from 8 off the glass. No good. Rebound down to Brown. Brown dumps it inside, and a foul as Lacey Rucker put that one up and was hacked on her way to the... See who they get on that. That's they get number 32, Riley Runkles, on the foul.
Her Runkles are piling up the fouls here. Sydney's got 3, and boy, they sure don't want to see her pick up a 4th anytime soon.
High arcing rainbow shot brings the rain with that one. Does Lacey Rucker. And much needed points there. There's the second one on the way off the back of the iron, no good. Corralled by Southwest. There they go up the left side. Goes Whitney Runkles.
Chavez baseline jumper, no good. Air ball rebound to Courtney Brown.
McCracken with it, loses the handle on it.
Chavez the steal. The shot no good as it rolls off. Could have really easily been a 3-point play. Chavez instead to shoot a pair.
And McCracken picks up the foul. That's 3 on her.
If she gets in any deeper trouble, that could spell doom for the Lady Dragons. She's been a big part of the offense.
She's going to get a talking to here on the sideline by Coach Larson to tell her such.
She might need to stand on a stool or something so she can hear them.
That's a long ways to try and hear from. Get a couple of soup cans and some string to hear him.
He's 14 feet tall officially. We measured him during the break. Chavez hits the first, misses the second. a 9-point lead for the Lady Wildcats.
Garber off the hands of Homer and up. They got fortuitous bounce and then a foul by Lacey Rucker, but
I think that's going to be her 4 too.
Yeah, it is. If it is on her, and I'm assuming it is 4 on Rucker. But boy, I'm telling you, they got a bit of a break with that pass going off, ricocheting right to her.
Missed the bunny though, and Chavez probably got by with a walk right there. Runkles middle of the lane. Her shot good. Sydney Runkles past the 20 mark. 21 points in the game for her. 4:27 to go in the third.
There's
McCracken did a great job of getting out of the trap right there.
She did, and there's a shot that's blocked by Runkles.
Haley Johnson eventually ends up with it. Wasn't really involved in the play, but is the recipient of it anyway. Chavez heads to the right side. Johnson baseline, picks up her dribble. Back to Chavez. Just inside the line, she fires it up. Short of the mark. Rebound came down to
the Runkles sisters.
One of the Runkles. Riley got it, gave it off to Sydney, but she couldn't hit the shot. Haley Johnson with the steal at the other end. Into the forecourt to Chavez. One player to beat. She does it. Little pass off to Riley or Whitney Runkles. Assist to Chavez. The bucket for Whitney Runkles. Extends the lead to 13. Lady Wildcats in control. 3:42 to go in the third. We're going to go ahead and take this time out. A 13-point lead for Lady Wildcats. Back in 1 minute here on Wave TV.
Thanks, brother. I'm doing a game. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Fine, man. Love you. Happy birthday. Brother.
I thought we might be a little off timing-wise, but we ain't.
No, not.
I'd hire us. The Lady Wildcats have extended the lead to 13 here. It was, I believe, 6 at the half, 30-24, and they've had a big third quarter. Garber falls to the deck. Runkles, Sydney variety with a steal. Left-hand layup, no good. We've seen a lot of layups roll off the rim tonight here, Nathan.
Yes, we have. They've been unkind. McCracken with the steal. The other way she goes, up with the left hand, and good.
Oh, and rattled home for her right there.
McCracken with a much-needed bucket there. 40-29 now. Under 3.5 to go here in the third period. There's another steal. McCracken with it. Gets it away. They try to find Brown. Brown's going to corral it. Being chased by Chavez. And
Chavez, a big hit. Her shot, no good, back iron. Johnson with the rebound and the stick back. She's a very talented freshman. She's had a tough night here tonight, but makes a nice play right there. Her first points here in the game.
Boy, you mentioned the pesky Chavez, and I don't think pesky's the word for it. Another steal.
That's one of the Runkles on the baseline. Whitney this time. Second bucket of the half. 9 in the game for her. She gets the steal. Johnson has her shot swatted by Ashley McCracken with a little bit of authority for the 5'2" guard.
And I'll tell you what, that's her second block of the night. I wonder how many multi-block games she has. There's a shot fired up. No good. Rebound down to Brown. Looking ahead to Homer. Gets it ahead up to Homer. Right hand on the way to the glass. Shot no good, but she's fouled by Whitney Runkles.
Runkles did a nice job. Much shorter play right there, but disrupted the shot enough to not allow it. And now headed to the line to earn them, Jenna Homer.
She'll go to the stripe here and try to knock down a couple of free throws. She's had a rough go of it tonight.
This Southwest team, not exactly gifted with height. Sydney Runkles, probably their tallest player. They don't have a true post player with the departure of Brittany Tudd and also Caitlin Kramer. But still playing an exciting and very good brand of basketball.
Yeah, they do, and what they lack for in height, they make up for in quickness, I think. Jenna Homer knocks down both.
Good showing there for her at the line. 6 points in the game. Johnson goes right side Chavez. Double team cuts her off. Gets it Back now does Johnson rather. Couldn't buy it from 10. Pinballs around, ends up with the Lady Dragons.
Brown then gets it over to Petum. Petum into McCracken. McCracken spin dribble. Right hand dribble now. Right side for Garber. Garber onto the deck baseline. Her shot from about 15 good.
One hand floater from 15. Hey, if you can hit it, shoot it.
By all means. Here come the Lady Wildcats now. Runkles inside and a traveling violation by
Ellie Shirley.
They
did a nice job of finding her down there on the low block, but failed to put the pumpkin on the deck, didn't you?
In time, anyway, in a timely fashion. Here's Garber.
That's cheating in basketball, they say.
Garber to Brown. Brown, not incredibly quick, but very strong with the basketball. Ahead to Homer. Homer has it knocked away by Chavez. There's a scrum for it. Been waiting all night to say scrum.
Yeah, it's fun. Some folks like to say that's cheating in basketball, but
yes,
some people steal their thunder on that as well.
We got a timeout on the floor.
44-33 our score, 125 to go, third period. The Lady Wildcats lead it by 11 over the Tina-Avalon Lady Dragons. Let's take a timeout right along with them. Back in 1 minute here on Wave TV.
What's that? Which one? Oh, yes. 8, 10, 12, 14. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, I got it. 33. Okay.
Well, that's going 14 to 9 there, something like that. Back for more exciting basketball here at the home of the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. It's pink out night here. Hey, if you're sitting at home, we still got a boys basketball game. Get on out here. Donate a little money. Get yourself a pink shirt for a great cause. Breast cancer awareness and a nice crowd on hand. We could probably jam 20 more in the stands on the other side, maybe 30. But it'd be pretty tight. Or the two of us could fit over there. That'd probably take care of it.
Right, of the 20 spots.
Chavez to inbound now for the Lady Wildcats. They'll bring it up unmolested. Thankfully so, I'm sure. Johnson with it. Finds Whitney Runkles. Now Sydney Runkles has it poked away. That's a nice defensive play right there by Ashley McCracken. It's a tie-up, though. This one got to go to the Lady Dragons. McCracken, since we saw her, yourself and I probably as a freshman, maybe a sophomore, she was a good little player then, has become, I'm saying probably a first-team all-conference player. That one, a layup shot attempt, no good.
She fouled. I didn't see it. Got her with the body, did Whitney Runkles.
So McCracken, I've got her down for 11 on the night. Is that what you got her for?
I have her for 11, yes.
It's rare that happens. Still with 11 as she misses the first. 1:05 to go in the third. Checking back in, Haley Cheney. She will give Whitney Runkles a much-deserved rest. Played very well.
Yes, she has, and got on the scoreboard too, and was part of that.
Ashley McCracken, a good shooter, but that was sure an ugly free throw.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest in a jump ball situation.
But hit about the top of the square, if that tells you anything. Maybe a little pumped up, a little amped.
Less than desirable effect.
There you have it. Johnson finds Chavez. Her shot from 15 on the left side, no good. Hustles, gets her own rebound, saves it off a Lady Dragon player, out of bounds. A coach got to love a play like that.
Yes, she went airborne and grabbed the rebound and threw it off the leg of Brown, I think, to get the basketball back.
Runkles can't buy it from the right side. It was pretty well contested. Strong move to the hole, though. McCracken.
Well, I'm going to say that's going to be Tina-Avalon basketball. Went up.
A good guess because it was hard to tell what really happened over there.
Yeah, and it was a long ways from us. We'll have to get Jim to give us the slow-mo replay on that.
Right, we will work on that. McCracken's three. No good, back iron. Haley Johnson doesn't have numbers. Now it turns that she does. Cheney with it. Kicks it back to Johnson. Chavez, left elbow to Runkles, who throws it back outside. That was just inside the arc to Chavez. 17-and-a-half footer, Maritza Chavez, and she's had a great night offensively.
Yes, she has. Yeah, and a lot of her offense has come via her defense, I think.
That is absolutely right.
McCracken shot at the buzzer, and that was close. Or as close.
I don't mean a bit of harm by that, and folks know I don't, but that was a pretty good shot from half court as she misses up about the top of the square again. She is having a very nice game as Ashley McCracken. Her and her teammates trail it by 13. They trail the Lady Wildcats. 8 minutes to go in this one. Back in 1 minute here on Wave TV. Now when I come to it like this, I almost feel guilty getting paid because I've never had a good time tonight. But I don't. I mean, right. Back again here on Wave TV, Rod Tompkins, Nathan Steedley.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rod, in order for Tina-Avalon to have any kind of hope to get back in this, say, well, they're in it, they're only down 13, but to keep this a ball game and make a run at them, they're going to have to handle the pressure a lot better than they have been the last 2 quarters.
Handle the pressure, hit their shots, and get some stops. Runkles with it as that shot was blocked down the other end, didn't catch by who. She'll pull it out, and I don't think the Lady Wildcats are going to be terribly aggressive offensively with a 13-point lead. Instead, they fire up a 3. Haley Johnson showing that she was well-deserving of the praise she had received prior to this point. 5 points here in the second half after not scoring in the first half. They're out in front by 16. Stolen away. Sydney Runkle. Pass into the lane. Nobody able to get to it. Knocked to the floor. Cheney as she goes down along with the player guarding her, Jenna Homer.
Yeah, Homer got away with one there. She clobbered Cheney in the noggin.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Drowning pool reference there. I didn't think I'd hear tonight.
Right. If we were doing this on 105.9 The Wave, probably wouldn't have heard that. Martha Chavez down the right side of the lane. Up off the glass. 2 more for Chavez, and she has had a tremendous game here along with Sydney Runkle.
They're going to whistle Garber for an offensive foul right there, Rod, and that was part of trying to be strong with the basketball, and she just a little too strong.
And that's going to happen. Just her second foul, and you got to be strong against these ladies from Southwest. That one off the mark by Johnson. Rebound, though, comes down to Ellie Shirley. Looks inside. Well positioned on the right block with Runkle. She fouled on the shot attempt. She had Jenna Homer right on her hip.
Yeah, she did. She had a great offensive position there, and once she got the basketball, it was all a matter of what was she going to do with it, whether she was going to drop step or turn and fade away.
Wouldn't matter if you're a 6-foot player or a 5'2" guard. If you get them in that position, something good's going to happen for you offensively.
Well, she gets the first. Yeah, you're right about that. It was either I'm going to make this bucket or you're going to foul me.
Or both.
Or both, right.
They get the lesser of the two to the Lady Dragons, but Sydney Runkles hits them both. I've got her down for 23 in this one.
I can't add that high.
Ho-hum, another big night for her. Jenna Homer catches it in transition in the lane. Uses some nice footwork. This is the big for Tina-Avalon. She puts it up and in, and she's had a much better second half here as Homer.
There's a shot that comes off the rim and into the hands of Garber, and she'll go to the rack with it. She's fouled.
Chavez picks it up.
Well, Chavez hustling back, and I tell you what, you know, we mentioned the night offensively that Chavez has had, and right as we were talking about that, she got the steal and the breakaway layup, and to the point that we were making as Garber misses the first. The point that we were making that a lot of her offensive numbers come because of her pressure style defense. She is something else defensively.
No doubt. Another very talented player. A long line of Chavez's here at Southwest. Second one up and in by Garber. They're going to have to hit them all, though, if they're going to get back in this one. They trail by 17. Into the forecourt now. Chavez from 18. Shot no good. Kelsey Garber the rebound.
Up ahead to Brown. Brown being chased from behind, and it's knocked out of bounds by Haley Johnson, I think, was the one tracking her down. We got a timeout by the Lady Wildcats.
Poked away from behind by Haley Johnson. Timeout on the floor. A 17-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. They're in control here at home. We're going to take a little break. Back in a half minute here on Wave TV. Good shape once again. Inbounding Courtney Brown.
Dumps it into Homer, just jumps over the top and up and in.
Probably didn't even have to jump, but she did a nice job. And I'll tell you what, no quit in these Lady Dragons.
Here come the Lady Wildcats back with it.
That one poked away from Ellie Shirley, the steal. Garber with it. She got one player to beat. To the block. Off the glass and good. Nice job of finishing there by Garber.
Yes, it was. That closes the lead to 13 with just under 6 to play.
I was ready to call them out of it here just a few moments ago. They get another stop or a steal here. Draw back with possibly within 10 anyway with a three-pointer. I'd say run a little clock here if you're the Lady Wildcats.
Definitely wouldn't hurt anything, and it appears that that's what they're going to do.
You've got the speed advantage. I don't think there's any question about that out here. Probably an overall ball handling advantage. Sydney Runkles from the right elbow, shot well off the mark, barely caught iron.
Taken down by Rucker. Rucker to McCracken. McCracken harassed by, well, I tell you what, Chavez just created that one. Didn't even do anything but give her a little juke step.
Little ninja move there. Actually, McCracken, she got whistled for the travel on it, though. Near ninja move.
Yes, near ninja move.
Haley Johnson now as Coach Bothwell implores her to slow things down a little bit. Cheney on the right side, now back to Johnson. Johnson heads down the lane, kicks it for Runkles. Her pass over the top for Ellie Shirley, and that's going to be probably a foul on Lady Dragons. I think they'll probably get Lacey Rucker for that, as she came flying in pretty hard right there.
Yes, she did, and that's going to do it for her. I think that's 5 on Rucker.
Lacey Rucker gets her money's worth out here tonight as she finishes with 3 points and fouls out of the game. 5:02 to go. A 13-point lead for the Lady Wildcats. Chavez backs it out near half court. Then over to Johnson, and again, they're going to try to eat a little time off this clock. By far the smart play to make.
Well, they're going to have to do something defensively.
Chavez,
the Lady Dragons.
Chavez split a pair of defenders, gets it off to Runkle. Little ball fake, little underhand dish to Chavez. Maritza going to head back to the line. She's had a very nice game here all the way around. I'm going to tally up things here. I've got her for 16 points as she heads to the stripe. Her first, true to the mark, and gives her 17 points. I'm not sure what her biggest offensive outputs are. I guarantee you this is going to put her up there for the sophomore.
Yeah, she didn't have any at the end of one.
She didn't shoot the basketball a lot last year. Was a defensive stalwart for Coach Upton last year, but she's really up that offensive game. Her speed having more to do with it than anything. I tell you what, a nice play there by McCracken to keep possession.
As it was, Garber ends up with the scrambled basketball, and the shot no good.
I thought Megan Lehman was the only one that could pull off a move like that. Johnson with it. Out near the half-court stripe. Right side it goes to Cheney. He'll drive inside the three-point arc, then kick it back out to Chavez. Chavez, left-hand dribble.
They called her for the carry.
Tough call. I don't think anybody shot, but
I had a bad angle.
I don't think either side probably agreed with that call.
I had a bad angle.
But they're the ones with the stripes on their shirt if they get their way. How hard to the deck, Garber. Runkles. Easy shot, uncontested, right side. Sydney Runkles puts up another deuce. I've got her down for 25. my birthday today. That's what I turned, coincidentally.
Yes, times 2.
Not quite, but pretty close. El doble cuatro is what I am.
There's Barbara.
For our Spanish-speaking watchers.
Right. Barbara weaving her way through traffic. Shot no good. Homer's followed no good. And there's the follow then by Beadham. And she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws here. Trailing by 17.
Beadham, good-looking freshman. She hasn't played a ton of minutes, but when she's been in there, she's been a factor. A lot of young players out here on the court for both these teams. Beadham can't buy that free throw.
She's battled, as one might say.
Yes.
Rebound.
Checking out Ellie Shirley.
Block them out.
Whitney Maddox into the game now for the Lady Wildcats.
And Kinsella checking back in for the... Oh, they call Kinsella's toe on the line.
I don't know if I make that call with a 17-point differential.
Ay, caramba.
Again, more of the Espanol. Johnson with it, and Lady Wildcats just need to take care of the basketball, and they'll notch another W. They've had good wins, already a win against Hardin this year, and some other nice ones too. Chavez, they'll try to keep it in her hands as much as possible. It goes to Rockles. Drop step move to the rack. Shot no good. She'll shoot 2 more, and she might hit the 30 mark before she's done here tonight.
Well, they get Courtney Brown, who's a strong defender, but...
Runkles with 25 and now 26. She shot well from the free throw line. I may have missed one, but on my sheet I've got her 7 of 7 from the stripe.
I have her 7 of 8.
Like I said, I might have missed one.
We're close.
Way closer than we normally are. Make her 8 and 9 then.
There we go.
I've got that correction made now, so.
Garber with the basketball for the Lady Dragons. Tries to get it ahead to Homer. Homer going to be whistled for the foul.
Of course,
that's a hustle foul. You can live with that one if you are Coach Larson.
Of course, brother Logan Homer. You know where he's playing his college basketball at, my friend?
No, I do not.
Culver Stockton.
Okay.
Along with one Rick Tate from Meadville. Play a little JV ball. Also, a couple players over there from Pilot Grove. Jacob Schuster and the Glenn kids.
Front end of the 1-and-1, no rim, and it'll go over to Tina-Avalon. Culver Stockton, aren't they the Blue Jays?
I couldn't tell you for sure.
I believe they are.
I know they're in Canton.
I have a cousin of mine that plays volleyball at Culver Stockton.
Nate, all right. Dribbling around with it, Cheney. Shot or pass into the front court, Runkles. Down to the 3-minute mark. Runkles, little floater from about 8 feet outside the right block. A miss. Here comes McCracken.
McCracken crossover dribble into the lane. Right hand up and in. No foul. She'll take the bucket.
And not your traditional crossover, but a nice job. And I've been impressed with Ashley McCracken here tonight.
She's really come along, I think, and really the ability to use both hands. How I remember is that she was pretty one-handed.
Right. And in stature and style of play and everything else, put you in the mind of one Martha Ray out there.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, she does.
I'm glad Martha graduated because I used to get them confused all the time. Back at the stripe now, it's going to be Haley Johnson. Actually, I believe her first trip to the stripe. Got 5 points. Misses the first. 59-42. 17 points the difference. Going to end up being a pretty high-scoring girls basketball game. Johnson misses the second as well. Runkle's there for the rebound, and she gets stuffed by Homer.
Not a whole lot of people is going to block Sydney Runkle's shot. And there she makes up for having the shot blocked. She'll pass it. She took it away, and
Johnson going to dribble it around.
Take it out.
Take a little time off the clock. 2:35 to go now. Free throw line. Runkles moved to the rack off the glass and good. Still looking for that 30. I got to tally it up again.
She's getting close. Here comes.
She's got 30 now. I've got her down for.
And McCracken going to be whistling for the offensive foul, the push-off.
Push-off, or was it a charge? I thought play control foul, whatever.
Yeah, she got it for offensive foul. We'll go with that.
Odd, we're here on Wave TV, and you know, when we're doing radio, if we're wrong, we don't have to tell anybody here. When we got video, we kind of have to admit it.
Right.
Darn it.
That's true.
We hate to admit that we're wrong. Maritza Chavez going to work some time off the clock, and this one going to go the way of the Lady Wildcats. Cheney working on Homer. Back out top now to Johnson. Back to Cheney. Right side. Gets some help again from Johnson, who will dribble around, and Echo Essick guarding her, who's into the basketball game now. And we have a foul. That one got to go against Logan Petum, I believe. She gets a piece of Maritza Chavez.
Interesting.
Actually going to... Chavez is coming to the line now. I thought that's who got fouled. 61-42, 152 to go. Lady Wildcats down by almost 10 early, but they fought back and end up with a resounding victory as Maritza Chavez with the free throw there. Got her down for 19 points as she misses the second. 62-42.
Garber left-handed dribble has it taken away by Chavez.
Larceny by Maritza Chavez. She finds Sydney Runkles near corner. Pass goes inside. Nice feed to Whitney Maddox. She'll go to the line, shoot a couple.
Well, they have to call that with the body, I would guess.
Just a reminder for the viewers that we will shut down the computer in between games. Clear the memory out a little bit. Maybe I need to do that on a daily basis myself.
Well, more often what happens to me is I clear my cache.
Right. My cache sometimes cleared for me.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes my cache non-existent. Maddox couldn't get the first one. Can't get the second one either. Rebound Brown.
Brown will find Garber. Garber trying to shovel it to Brown. Brown spins, fires to Homer off her hands. Scramble for the basketball. Picked up then by Johnson. Johnson find Cheney. Cheney shot no good. Homer battling for the rebound. Gets it to Garber. Garber right-hand dribble. Guarded by Chavez.
Garber looking for the shot. Gets fouled by Maritza Chavez. She's had a couple blocks. She's had a ton of steals. She's got, I think, 19 points at this juncture.
And about as many steals. Probably not quite as many, but I'll guarantee you she's in double digits.
Not as many steals as Cheyenne Baxter would have if blocks if they were playing Norbert.
Right.
She had 13 the other night when we did the game. Scored her 1,000th point the game before that, as a matter of fact. That one no good from the line for Garber.
The second one falls home for her. Puts the lead back to 19, and Lady Wildcat basketball now with a minute to play.
Chavez harassed out front by Garber. Cheney, guarded by Homer, kicks it off to Johnson. Essick there almost gets it away from Johnson. Instead, she gets it off to Chavez, who nearly steals it from herself. Maddox, her shot short of the mark from about 5.
Homer comes down with another rebound, and they'll end up giving it into the hands of Garber. Garber almost has it poked away. She has to pick it up. Now ahead to Homer. Homer, up ahead it goes then to Essick. Essick going to have it batted out of bounds, and it'll go off the Lady Dragons, and it'll be Southwest basketball.
Nice little play there by Essick.
Just a freshman is Essick. Kind of forced into action here tonight with some foul problems. There's a nice defensive play. She turned, went with the player, got her hand up.
A little face guarding action there probably, but a nice defensive play.
She turned the correct way and everything after the player kind of beat her, and she turned around. That was a nifty play there by Essick.
Were she playing defensive back, it would have been an exceptional play. Johnson, her three on the way. A little too strong. Rebound comes down to Cheney. seconds left. Johnson has her shot blocked by Essex to end the game. 62-43. The Lady Wildcats victorious at home on their pink out night.